Good morning. This is the Rural Empires channel. Today we're going to evaluate our first property for my son, start to finish. We put this thing under contract a few months ago. We finally got possession today. And what we had to do was get with the tenants and schedule for them to get moved out. The people that were living here, they were current tenants of a previous investor. We were able to acquire the property at $65,000. It's located in a great area. We know it's approximately 1,200 square foot, and it's on the south side of Milan, strategically located near the closest city, which is Jackson, Tennessee. And it's on the line of the Milan and Medina Special School District, which makes it highly valuable because those are two great school systems. So as we get started, we're going to just talk through some of the things about breaking the property down, some of the strategies that we're going to consider on what we're going to do to get the highest rate of return. And we're just going to talk through some of these things. So we're going off the cuff. This is not scripted. This is just straight out of the gate. The first thing I noticed is would have you turn around, Harrison, is we've got some stuff in the driveway there, as you can see. So we'll have the driveway freshened up. As you turn back around this way, you're gonna have to come back to your left. So again, it's going to be a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. You see it's on a permanent foundation, so it would qualify for a governmental type loan. It's in a rural area, so most likely someone could get a rural development type loan if we wanted to make for an end user sale. And we believe that it could go somewhere in the $159,900 to $179,900 range once we have it completed and fixed up. Assuming we do that and we don't do a quick sale, like a wholesale, so to speak, or we could look at leasing the property out. We've even considered, my son, it's his first property. He may move in it and get a couple of his buddies to pay some room rent so that he can be, after it's fixed up, have his own place. And basically between his two buddies having the properties, he would be getting his rent and, his payments, his principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, and also have his utilities paid. And so be paying down on the principal pay down and gaining equity every day. He would always be able to sell this property and do really well with it. So now then, as we look at the property, we also see over here to your right, you can see we've got some more stuff with the driveway. Again, we'll address that. So in the meantime, while we were waiting on the tenants to get moved out, we went ahead and had a new roof put on. As part of the structuring of the contract when we bought it, there had been a storm come through, and the previous owner was able to file an insurance claim, and we got that roof covered within the purchase of the property. Well, let me say this, we had the majority, probably 75% of the roof covered through the previous owner's insurance from the claim that they had. He was under what's called an actual cash value policy as opposed to a replacement cost policy, which simply means that they did an appreciation and determined that there was X amount, again about 75% of the cost of the roof was covered in our contract price of $65,000. You can see that it has a permanent foundation, and this is a big deal because that's going to apply to your loans as we go to an end user. You can see there's some damage to the siding, but overall looks pretty good. We got some cracked windows. We'll need to replace those. I don't believe that the unit, the central heat and air, the HVAC system, is in good operational condition. I know that when they lived here, the previous tenants, they had some window units in here. So if you're just doing a drive-by and you're looking at a prospective property, if they got even though it might look like it has central heat and air, if they've got a lot of window units, very likely they're having a lot of maintenance problems, or it's not sufficient to heat or cool the property. So we'll address that right out of the gate. Also, you see we've got the storage building over here. We'll see if that's recoverable or not.